Welcome back to another episode of the Borough Sound, recording here live at the UUN Collective. I'm your host with the most, DJ Czar. MDRA in the building.
Hey guys.
What's poppin'? That was actually my second attempt. I messed up your name the first time. Does that happen a lot?
He said it right the first time, and then he decided to add his own little twist in there.
MDRA. Do you get that a lot? Like,
I do. A lot of people say like Madara because of the Naruto character. Most times, but yeah, it's Madara.
This guy loves Naruto and all anime. So
everyone's like, "Oh shit, you're into anime." Like, I've watched episodes of Naruto, but I'm not gonna be like, I'm like a super like fan, you know. That was my name first. It's actually my middle name. Like, you know, it's not like I was like, let me go be the fucking villain from Naruto. Nah, that was me first. You know, he has my name. So
okay. Yeah. What do you watch? Like TV shows?
I watch TV shows.
What kind of shows are you into?
I watch anything as long as it's good. Like right now, I'm watching fucking Tommy, like the Power. Okay. Yeah, the Force or whatever it's called. Yeah, but like, I watch anything. I binge, like fucking have like guilty pleasure shows like Kardashians, like. You know, I'm a girl. At the end of the day, I'm gonna watch that shit. Like,
I don't know. Based on your music, I thought you'd be harder than that stuff. Like, I feel like you would watch only like grimy shit.
Don't cap. I know those ones where like a girl's watching a show and then you guys like tune in. You're like, I fucking hate when you guys put this shit on, and then suddenly you're sitting on the couch, you're watching, you're tuned in, you're like, oh shit, tuned into the drama, bro. Don't cap.
No, 100%. One of my exes put me onto reality TV, and ever since, like, I like reality TV, bro, because when you want to watch something and you don't want to think,
it's just something calm, like it's just, you know,
and the drama's interesting. I like Jersey Shore type shit though, like, you know, Jersey Shore, but I like the competition shows too. Even like, what's that one where Too Hot to Handle? You know, I
love those shows.
That type of Love Island,
they're so cringy, but I love it. It's like, fuck, like, I'm like, yeah, you should have done this, or you should have, like, I feel like I'm there, like, you know. If
you're on a reality show, would you fight a bitch?
It depends. Like, if it was baddies, like, yeah, for sure. Like, baddies, fucking Bad Girls Club and shit. Yeah. I feel like there should be a Toronto Bad Girls Club.
Oh, man. That'd be crazy.
I'm not going to be in it. Like, that's a little, you know, but.
You wouldn't? Don't cap. You definitely would.
It depends. Like, what's the prize?
You can't have a face tat and not be on Bad Girls Club. You know what I'm saying?
It depends what the prize is. Like, you know, I could fight, but I don't want to fight. You know?
Okay.
I'm a very peaceful, loving.
How confident are you like in your hands though? Like in like your hand throwing ability?
I've been going to the gym, so you know? Yeah. Okay. I've been taking a 1-2 boxing, like, you know, one of those boxing classes, yeah.
You look like you could fight. Like, yeah.
I could fight. I've been in one fight my entire life.
Did you win?
I won, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it like a landslide or was it like a close battle?
No, it was pretty bad. Like I felt bad for the girl. Like, you know, those
like you
ones,
destroyed her.
I didn't even want to fight her, but it was one of those like she didn't stop. Like it was one of the like she wanted to fight. So, you know.
Did you warn her or would you just?
Bro, I didn't want to do it for days. I was like, bro, like I'm just gonna ignore this bitch. Like it's one of those like when you're an artist, like anybody, like even you, like you don't want your face to be out there as like a. You don't want to be in problems, so I was trying to avoid it for the longest time, but like it's one of the like you can't test me either, you know. Yeah,
that's fair.
It's just one of those.
It's interesting because you've been making music for like you said around 4 years ish, like for real, and I was looking at your content and. You don't like you do a few interviews, but I feel like most of your content is like your work or like, you know, displaying like your artistry. So it's kind of refreshing to see like your personality because I feel like there's like this kind of like, I guess like aura of mystery around you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like.
I kind of like that because I like to surprise people. They're like, oh shit, I didn't know you were this cool. Or like,
yeah,
you know, like,
that's kind of how I'm like, I didn't know you were this bubbly. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you know, like most times I'm like chill. Like I'm not too into like you know?
Yeah.
But I'm just myself.
Okay, what's like an average day for MDRA? Like what's that you wake up?
Lately, like I said, I've been going to the gym.
Yes, yeah.
Gonna have my protein-packed breakfast. You know, my chia seed pudding. Not real shit.
How many grams of protein are in your breakfast? I know you know. Like 40?
Fuck, I try to make it like 40.
40 solid,
yeah,
okay.
Because then at least it's out of the way in the morning. And then I just fucking stopped at the gas station this morning and fucking ate some beef jerky. I felt like a Rottweiler, but you know, you gotta get the protein. Low cal, high protein. It's a quick snack. You know?
No carbs.
It's one of those quick, like, you know, and then that's like, well, that was like 20 grams right there. So, you know, and then I have like a little smoothie with my protein powder in it, and then like a little lunch, like.
So you're just eating?
Sandwich,
you're just
bro.
Eating?
Okay. Chill,
I'm like,
chill,
what's in between these meals?
Okay, so between the meals, I don't know. It depends on the day. Like every day is different for me. Like I don't like to. The reason why I like don't do like a 9 to 5 is literally because I don't want my every single day to look the same.
Yeah.
I guess the only like same things I would do every day is just fucking go to the gym lately or
protein.
Go to the studio, like, you know.
Oh, okay.
Protein.
Make sure you get your what's like your daily like goal for protein? Are you trying to hit like a 120, 140?
It's 153. That's low-key a slick way of asking how much I weigh.
She weighs exactly 153 pounds.
It is though. Like I'm okay with how much I weigh. It's just fuck. I'm trying to get the back rolls off of me, bro. That's hard as shit. I'm doing the fucking lat pull downs and shit. Yeah. I feel like but my man told me the other day, he's like, yo, when you're in the gym, you look cool as fuck. Cause like I just got my headphones, like feel like a gym girl. Like, what
do you listen to when you're at the gym? Like when you're doing those lat pull downs?
Sexyy Red.
Straight Sexyy Red.
Like I can't lie, she has like the fucking gym playlist. Like it gets me hype, you know. I was low key hating on the Drake Sexyy Red track, but that track gets me going in the gym.
Yo, I was hating on it too because the reason why I was hating on it was because I'm like, why'd they choose to put like
it's such a random
disco drums on this like twerk
but
track?
I get
you know?
it
Now I get it. It's kind of with time. It's like a classy.
Because Drake does that to you with every single, like most of his tracks. You're like questioning at first, and then you're like, okay, yeah, I see what you did.
Because I guess if you just did straight like trap drums, it'd kind of get like old and quick. But like having the disco drums is like it'll probably be a timeless song. Like we'll probably hear that song for like the next few years. And I feel
like it gave her a new like crowd too, you know.
Yeah. How many like do you just listen to like all of her songs, or you listen to like the bangers and you just put on repeat?
It's listen to her, V's, fucking Rilo, myself.
You listen to your own music? You listen to Forbes? I feel like Forbes would be
Forbes,
a good track to
like I don't know, there's a 1-2 track that gets me, you know, but it's also because like my Apple Music is so outdated. Like I'm not the one to like go listen to a song, like download it right away unless it's like me or my friends. Like if it's my friends, I swear I won't, like even before I get to listen to a track, I'll download it, like you know, because I feel like that's just what I would want for myself.
Yeah.
But like I'm so bad at like making playlists and like updating my Apple that I just play my notes most of the time. Like it's just my notes app.
Beats and stuff?
No, it's just my notes app, like my friends, my songs, like just unreleased music, like, you know? Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna ask, so you said you go to the studio frequently. Do you prefer recording with a bunch of people in the room, drinking, smoking, having a good time, or do you like it when it's just like you and the engineer? Like
I like both. It just depends on
what's the difference. What do you find is the difference between both experiences? I like
the smoking, drinking, having fun with my dogs and shit. I like that for like certain types of beats and like certain vibes. Like every year on my birthday I have a session. Like I like that. Like I like for it to be full. I like for everyone to get like throw in their shit. Like, you know, like most of the songs I love the most are made that way. But like if I'm like going through something and I'm like, fuck, I need some therapy, aka like, you know, just go to the booth. Yeah. Then I like it just me and my engineer. But
because I've worked as an audio engineer, and I found that a lot of the times when people would bring these like big entourages, sometimes it could take away from their individual like recordings. Like I've recorded with you before alone and it wasn't like this, but now that your friends are here or like there's like an added pressure, you're kind of changing up, you know?
I feel like also with me, I don't have bare friends. I just don't have that many friends. So like at most it would be like 5 people, 3, 4, like if I do.
And they're like trusted people.
Yeah. And my studio's big enough where like it's a studio, but then there's like an outside, kind of like this where like everyone can chill. Like I'll be like, yeah, all right, go to the next room or something. Like, you know, but like realistically, like I'm myself most of the time. I mean, all the time.
Yeah.
Unless I'm like at a fucking job interview or some shit. So I feel like I don't have that pressure, especially like because I have like such a small circle. I'm like able to just be me, and I don't feel that pressure where I'm like I have to be like you know what I mean? Like I have to act a different type of way around them. So yeah.
How did you transition from, I guess, just writing and pretty much ghostwriting for people to actually performing your songs or like performing your own music?
So my ex, I don't like really like to talk about
That's fine.
But yeah, my ex, like, he's like, why are you just writing for other people when you could just do it yourself? And like, that was like kind of like the push that I was like, yeah, why am I not doing it myself? And then I took in like, you know, there's no like brown women in the industry at all. Like hardly, like, you know, MIA was kind of like when I was growing up, like she was the only type of like really.
She's Tamil too, right?
She's Tamil. I'm Singhalese, but she's from Sri Lanka. So yeah. So she was like the one person that like I really had to look up to. So like in terms of like now I'm sure there's like a lot of R&B singers and whatever, but like especially in the city, like I feel like like I wanted to be that person to like not like the token brown girl, but like, you know, like
the token brown girl.
I want to show man's like, you know, like we could do whatever the fuck we want, because in our culture specifically it's very like, oh, like you have to go to school, you have to do this, like, you know, it's like it's very like when I was first starting to do music, I used to get DMs like, yo, like how did you break it down to your parents that you even wanted to do this, like, you know? And it's just like you just kind of have to do it.
How did you break it? What was that conversation like, or did they just find out?
Well, I dropped out of college, and then I had to like I tried to lie for a while that I was still in college, and then at a certain point I was like, hey, I feel fucked like lying, like, you know, so
double life type.
So then I kind of broke it to them, and then I was like, yeah, like I think music is like my thing, but it's very hard to like show them results, because like in music, like you don't make it overnight, and like even though you feel like you're making moves and whatever, like you like they don't see it all the time, and they don't live here. So it's hard for them to see that.
Oh, they don't live here?
No, they live back home. So they don't see me at my shows. They don't see me doing certain shit. So it's like, if I'm not like making bread, it's like, how are you, like, you know, like,
which is fair, like at the same from their perspective, right? Because they just want to make sure you're doing something that
it makes sense. So it's like, it's kind of just hard. Like it's like navigating that, and like I've always been like, do what you want, ask for forgiveness later. They're your parents. If they're real, they're gonna love you. Like, you know, like it is what, like you're your own person at the end of the day. Like, you know, like I feel like if like you feel guilt, like that's normal. But I feel like if like at the end of the day, they want you to be happy. Like, you know,
it's true. At the end of the day, I think music is probably one of the hardest career paths to choose, especially like if you're just going to be like an artist. Cause like, you know how there's like producers, engineers, there's like a service to artists, like you're investing a lot
and
until
you're making, like you're the last to make money.
Exactly. And but ideally you're going to be the one that makes the most money. But what I think is the real way to make money as an artist is either through like merch or performances or like features. You know what I'm saying? Because even off just like streams, it's not the same as like you have a good amount of monthly listeners though. You have like 7K plus.
Like the ratio to like how much money you make is like disgusting. It's like Spotify, if you're watching this, show us some love, like, you know. Yeah, you're right though. Touring, merch, like that's literally where the money is.
What's your favorite aspect of artistry? Are you big on the songwriting process, recording, or do you like actually performing and connecting with the crowd? Like, what's your like favorite part of it?
I genuinely love all of it, but like I always get nervous before I perform, even though if it might not look like it. But yeah, like I love performing too, and it's also like super nice to like kind of like do shit that people aren't expecting. Like the other day at Soho House, I did like G2G, but I made it like a live version.
I did see that.
Yeah, and I was like, that was nice. Like, you know, like turns people's heads like, oh shit, like I didn't know you could do that. So I like showing them what I can do. But like I really love like the creative side of everything. Like even for my release, like I did everything like by hand. Like I love the design shit, the cover art, like I love all of it. So
I think you seem like the type of person who's pretty involved in like the whole process. Are you into like production, like in the sense where like you're working with producers? Are you just like finding tight beats on YouTube, or do you have like a 1-2 producers that kind of are like molding your sound a little bit?
I love working with producers. Like I have like to see like shit from scratch, but I can't lie, like my patience is low sometimes. Like I don't want to wait the whole session for the beat, like, you know, like I like when people have packs ready and then I go to the studio with them and they show me like their favorites or whatever, because then I can be like yes no and just get to the recording, like you know. I don't like to like waste a lot of time at the studio. Of course you pay at the studio.
That's true. Yeah, you got to get straight to it.
It's not just that though. I like you know, like you want to use that moment, like the momentum. Like, you know, I don't want to waste fucking time. Then I'm high as shit and I'm just like, okay, like I'm tired. Like, you know, I want to get it going type shit.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like one day, like, because I make beats, Was makes music, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we could definitely like throw some shit. I do have a little rapid fire for you. All right. You know, I feel like people want to know you a little better. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be quick answers. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Do you believe in God / a higher power?
Yes.
If you had one last meal, what would it be?
My mom's cooking. Anything she cooks.
When was the last time you had a mutton roll?
A long time ago.
Okay, that wasn't written down. That was off the top. Okay. Who's your favorite artist beside yourself, if you're going to say yourself?
In the city, definitely Mona Cash. Fuck Dirk.
Okay. If you weren't an artist, what would you be doing?
I'd definitely be like in the creative industry, either throwing shows or graphic design.
Okay. Sweet food or salty food? Sweet and salty together.
Is that a cop out? All right. Fuck.
It was or, you know what I'm saying?
All right, salty.
Okay. If MDARA could have one superpower, it'd be
invisibility.
What's your next tattoo?
I don't fucking know.
Are you more of a cat person or a dog person?
I love dogs, but my last cat was a dog in spirit, so R.I.P. to Juju.
So we're saying cat because of Juju?
Yeah.
All right. What is your favorite bottled water?
I like the Nestle Pure Life. I'm not a bougie bitch. I don't need Fiji.
You don't need Evian? Evian's pretty good.
What's that?
All right. Blunts or papes?
Papes.
Apple or Windows?
Apple.
What was your favorite subject when you were in school?
English.
If you had to learn another language, what would it be?
French.
What's your dream city to perform in?
New York.
What do you think happens when you die?
Afterlife.
Like, what does that look like?
Like
heaven, hell type shit?
I feel like heaven and hell are like states of mind.
I agree.
So it depends on like, I guess, like how you lived your life. And then when you're reborn, or if you're reborn, the point is, so I'm Buddhist, but I believe in God as well. So I feel like when you're reborn, if you live life exactly how you were supposed to, like, you know, no sins, nothing, then you attain nirvana, which means you become nothing. That's the goal, I guess, to be nothing. But it depends, like you might be born again. So it depends on the level of your sins. But if you're born again, like whatever, you might be born as like a dog on the street. Like, you know, that's like a hell in itself. And then if you're born as a person, wealthy, whatever, you may have still sin, but your sins might not have been so severe.
So I have a couple questions because I enjoy studying religions and stuff. So with Buddhism, you're talking about sins. Is there like a strict moral code in Buddhism that clearly defines like this is good, this is bad, or
not really? Like there are, but like it's like more like don't drink, don't like, you know, but like all of those are like for your own benefit. It's not like you have to do
it's not like
things.
A legalistic like law type thing. So
it's like
recommendations.
Buddhism in general, I don't like look at it like a religion. It's more like a philosophy, like a guide to how you should live your life. So I feel like it's not very judgmental, like at least like, of course, like there's extremists in every like type of thing, but how I live my life is like I look at stuff as a guide and then, you know, just live my life like that.
So according to I guess Buddhist theology, like anyone who's here right now is like some kind of like, we all live past lives.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So does that mean like, because I hear like, you know, with astrology and stuff, they always say like, you know, like your goal in this life is to deal with your past life traumas, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you kind of see that? Do you think we can have insight into what our past lives were?
Oh, for sure. I feel like sometimes even our dreams and shit, like kind of like show us like what our past life was. I don't know. I try not to like, even in Buddhism though, they say like don't look for the answers. Like you're never gonna find it. Like it's just gonna stress you out type shit. Like there's no answer to the universe. Like you just gotta do what you think is right and just live your life as much as you can, you know? I feel like for myself at least, it's like as long as like your intent is good, like that's all that matters. Like you can't control everything.
The outcome.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's some deep stuff. I can't lie. I'm gonna ask you something. You don't have to answer it, but because like I met a lot of Sri Lankans. Most of them I meet are Tamil. So when you meet a Tamil person who's Sri Lankan and you tell them you're Singhalese, is there sometimes like a tension that's there?
I feel like not since like years ago, but like it's usually just a joke, like like you're my op, like type like, you know, like it's just like one of those, like I don't look at anyone different, like you know, but I do agree like Tamils are a minority in my country, and like I don't even want to talk about the whole war shit, like whatever. But yeah, like, you know, shit was fucked. But like there's a lot of misconception around the whole war in general, and like a lot of miseducation. So yeah, but like everyone's the same to me, man. That's just it.
Damn, you really like Zen. You know what I'm saying? Like legs crossed, like the Buddha, like, yo, what's going on? Took off her shoes right away. Like,
I'm comfy, bro. Nah, I have back problems though, for real. That's why I try to, like, you know? Yeah, or I'm gonna look like a hunchback. I feel like I'm already hunching.
Nah, I'd definitely be hunching. Okay, so I do have another question. So, okay, I already asked that. Honestly, you know what? I think we should start that new segment. So this is our new segment called XPlain Yourself.
XPlain Yourself.
MDRA, I was on your Twitter account, aka X. All right.
Oh my god.
So I have some tweets that you have to explain. Okay. My generous days are over.
Not my diary that's on the internet and public.
So did you just stop giving to charity?
No, I just feel like people take advantage of nice people. I don't want to be taken advantage of anymore. I'm done.
All right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My go hard is different to yours. How's it different to mine?
Because I go harder.
You don't know that?
I do. No one goes as hard as me. It's my ex, all right? It's my Twitter.
More of a real bitch and my pussy wetter, huh?
Yeah, that's a Stunner Girl song.
Oh, okay. I'm like, who are you talking about?
It is, though.
Okay. On April 17th, you tweeted.
April? Holy
every time I went the extra mile, I wish I didn't.
Bro, this guy's like...
Why is that?
You trying to make me sad again? Isn't that crazy? Holy, most of my Twitter is fucking depressing.
God, you got some dark tweets.
You know what's crazy? The only time I tweet is when I'm like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dead ass my fucking diary. But I mean, every time I go the extra mile, that's what happens, man. Like I said, my generous days are over.
Okay. All right. I just need my groceries delivered. Someone to do the dishes and a bigger kitchen. I would be cooking all day.
I love cooking.
So would you stop making music?
No. I think you still need to eat.
I would be cooking all day.
Yeah. I'll bring the kitchen to the studio.
All right. Okay, well, that's pretty dark. Okay, wait. I'm like, no.
I'm about to go delete all my fucking tweets.
You know what's so crazy? I screenshot them because I'm like, she might delete it after this. You know what I'm saying? So I got them on my phone, though. You good? Okay.
I'm never tweeting again, I swear to God.
Just sat in traffic an hour and a half for 18 kilometers. Oh, please facts. Tell me about this day.
I was very upset. I was on the Gardner and I was literally like, it usually takes like 10 minutes to get home. Why was I there for an hour and a half? Yeah. Please.
Okay. Took my vitamins, read my 50 pages, cleaned my house, grocery shopped, touched grass, and did yoga all before 10 a.m. I feel accomplished. No one can stop me today.
I was feeling amazing.
That's a pretty good morning routine. I was kind of like, when I asked you, what do you do every day? I was like, I hope she says this.
I do take my vitamins every day, though.
Oh, okay.
I got one of those Monday, Tuesday. Like
like the old people.
And I put all my vitamins in there. So I remember like, okay, it's Thursday. And it gives me like a sense of accomplishment. Like, okay. I love like checking shit off and like, you know, doing
I know what
shit
you mean.
That. Yeah.
Okay. Been one step ahead.
Period.
Ahead of what?
The masses.
All right. Once I turn on my cozy attic room ambience with rain sounds at midnight in Night Forest, rain for insomnia symptoms, turn on the fan and ball up a t-shirt to put under my neck, it's over still.
It's over. I'm out like a light.
What do you mean a t-shirt to put under my neck?
So you grab a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And you ball it up like super tight.
Yeah.
Put it right here. No pillow.
So it's like it serves as like a neck pillow kind of.
Yeah, like you know, like you're flat.
So every night you wrinkle up a shirt to sleep?
Yeah, my mom put me onto that. And it literally like it took away my neck pain for the night. Like usually I wake up in the middle of the night like, hold on.
Oh my God.
Like it's bad. Like I crack that's what I'm saying. Like I have to, it's bad.
Oh my God. Did you hear that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let me get back into my shit. Okay. Keep that wall up. Saves you a lot of pain.
Yo, stop bringing up my depressing tweets. Bro. This is so cringe. I'm like, why the fuck did you tweet that? Like now I'm about to go delete all you know how you can like mass delete tweets? I'm about to do that still.
Why, bro? I feel like this captures how you were feeling.
No, like you know
July
how you were talking
13th.
about like you like have like this mysterious feel about you.
Yeah.
That's how like I feel like every time I tweet, you should see the tweets I have in my drafts. I'm like, bro, every time I type something up, I'm like, never mind.
So these are the ones that made it past the drafts.
Yeah, and I should have deleted.
Why, bro? I feel like these are, they capture how you felt in history. Okay. Very much one of one.
Yeah.
Isn't everyone one of one?
No.
So some people are clones?
Some people are clones. You look like a clone right now, like
of
with
who?
your glasses and like your, I don't know, other bald men with mustaches.
Well, you look like some Guyanese shorties I know.
I'm not.
Well, it is what it is. All right.
He took that one to heart. He's like, I'm like, oh,
I'm not a clone. I think those are all the ones I have. Oh, okay. I think this might be the last one. I stay out the way for a reason.
Yeah, I don't like being in mix up.
What's the reason?
Yeah, I don't like being in mix up. I like to stay out the way and let shit flow. Yeah.
All right, that was our newest segment, Explain Yourself.
I didn't like that segment.
Explain Yourself.
I was really nervous for that.
I'm about to fucking delete my Twitter.
No, I knew it. I was like, yo, like, because, yo, honestly, like, these were the ones that I was like, they're not that dark. You know, you had some darker ones. I'm like, I'm not going to bring it up, you know?
That's fucked that those weren't the dark ones.
These were like the happy ones. Nah, but I feel like, I think there's a merit to like being vulnerable on Twitter, and like you're an artist, so you kind of have to like, you know. Yeah. I got rid of my Twitter. I remember like back in the day, like Twitter. Oh,
so you got rid of your Twitter and now you just go looking for other people's tweets, eh?
The funniest thing, and like I know this is gonna sound weird, but if you just read someone's tweets to them, it's always like funny.
It's so cringy. It's like, why did I
it's like I sound like
actually
that?
Put it out there.
Yeah.
It's like everyone has those thoughts, but it's like, you know, fuck. I don't want you to know I'm having those thoughts, you know?
So wait, do you tweet? But your Twitter is public. Maybe you just private it.
I should private it. I should, but like, now
you're an artist.
I don't really give a fuck. Like at the end of the day, I don't care. Like, you know, it just sounds weird when it's being said to me.
I did like exaggerate how like it sounded too. Okay, so you read 50 pages. What kind of books do you like to read?
I like to read nonfiction. The book I was probably talking about was The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
That's a great book.
Yeah, because I tend to give a fuck.
Yeah.
I just don't show it. I'm a Scorpio, so like we're very like intense. Emotional, intense. Very, yeah. We feel all the feels. So yeah, that was a good read.
Touch grass. So like you do like the barefoot, like earthing. Is that what it's called? Earthing? My mom put me onto that.
I don't know, but I just walked barefoot while I was doing yoga.
You don't like shoes a lot?
I mean, when you're doing yoga, I don't think.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you know?
Are you like good at yoga? Like,
my dad was actually a yoga teacher.
No way.
Yeah, he did a whole bunch of shit. He was in the Air Force. He was a weightlifting champion. He's like a karate guy. He has like a grandmaster person karate. He owned a furniture store. He's like the Dr. Phil of Sri Lanka. Shouts out to my dad. Like that's where I learned like to like really like not box myself in and shit, you know? But yeah, I feel like I'm not like, he always used to try to put me onto it, but I feel like, you know, when it's your dad or like your family doing something, you like feel like you're kind of forced into it.
Yeah.
I just as a kid, I didn't know like the value of it.
Exactly.
So I just didn't like it. And then as I grow up, I'm like, why the fuck didn't I just take free lessons from my dad? Like, you know? But yeah, I'd be going to Lifetime. I'd be doing some yoga. Yeah.
As someone with a face tat, what is your advice to people who are thinking about getting a face tat? Do you feel like it changed your life in any way?
I honestly don't. And I feel like, I mean, it's 2023. There's makeup. Like, if you really like wanted to hide it, you can. But like I guess it depends on like what you're trying to do with your life. I feel like when I got my face tat, I was like, okay, like you have to do this shit. Like, you're like, you know, like this is serious. Like, but I also like a lot, like I'm a Scorpio. I'm very spontaneous. Like if I have an idea, I'm going to just do it. So that was kind of this.
I feel like the neck tat is a little more of a commitment because face tat, like you said, you can kind of put makeup on, but the neck tat is, the thing is you didn't get it in the center, so it's not like as like aggressive look. I'm not saying they always look aggressive in a bad way, but I'm saying like to the human eye, when you see someone with like a throat tat, it like your eye is drawn to the neck. You know what I'm saying? Yours kind of on the side, but it's still like a pretty big piece. Yeah. Did you notice your life change then, or was it the same thing?
Nah, I just felt cooler.
Yeah. No, you look cooler.
I'm like, oh shit, okay. And I'm like, I'm always gonna turn my head this way, like, you know.
You're like, what? What'd you say?
Good side. Yeah. But nah, like a lot of people, like my friend when I was getting it, she told me don't do that. She was like, she's like, think about where you like, don't get a skeleton, fucking Grim Reaper on your fucking neck. Like, what's wrong with you? I was like, nah, I see the vision. Yeah. And I just did it, and I was like, yeah, I like it. You know?
But you don't know where your next one's gonna be?
I honestly don't know if I have space. Like I have a sleeve, and then it's also like I don't want to be like too much. Like,
really?
Know?
I think you might as well just go all the way at this point.
I don't know. Like I feel like as a woman, you still have to look like there has to be like some daintiness to you, like you know, like you can't be all like hard.
Yeah,
like you know. Well, at least to me, like that's just my preference, like you know. I was like thinking about doing like, because I have my left sleeve, I was gonna do like my right leg sleeve or whatever you call it. But then I was like, I don't know, like that might be too much, so I don't know. I'm kind of confused on where to get my next tat. Like, and then like before, it used to be like all these tats on me. Like I've always known kind of what to get. So like now it's like I feel like I don't have that like for sure.
Like you're not inspired by like a certain image to be like, I need this on my body type. Yeah.
So it's like I feel like I'll get that soon. I'm just waiting.
Do you ever get like a mandala?
Yeah. I think I would get that like on my hand if anything.
Those look sick on the hand, actually. Yeah. I was gonna say I feel like the hand would be a good next spot for you. Yeah,
like I have some like dainty fucking tats, but they like already worn off. So yeah, maybe I'd do a hand.
Watch just got a hand tattoo and he hasn't stopped showing me. He hasn't stopped doing that.
He's like, oh, what's the time?
He's like, yo, what'd you say? How much? Like,
the poses switch up after. Still.
Oh, they do not.
Now
sure.
You know what I do? I do this all the time. So I'm like, hey, gotta show it off. You know.
It's like, do you remember when like some mans would get grills? All of a sudden, everything's funny. They're just like, and they just start like opening their mouth.
No cap though. You didn't spend that money for no reason. The fuck, you're gonna see this shit.
All of a sudden, everything's funny. Like, it's like yo,
real shit, bro.
What do you have next? I know you dropped an album, Inferno. So that was your first like major like album. You were just doing singles before that. Yeah. So what was that like making a cohesive project?
I loved it. I don't like go into anything saying like, oh, I'm gonna do this after this. I just kind of felt like I was at a time where I was like, okay, I have like a whole bunch of songs. I want to put out an album, and then I was going through the shit on my Twitter, as you've seen. So I feel like it was a very transformative time in my life where I felt like, okay, I can put like a project together and actually like make sense of it. And then that's where like the whole Inferno thing came from, like burning everything down and like restarting.
That could be your next tat, a phoenix.
You know what's crazy? That's actually something that I've like thought of because I'm a Scorpio, and like Phoenix goes hand in hand with that too.
I gave you that one still. No, I'm joking. Okay, yeah.
I just don't know like where to put it. Like I just, you know, I've like looked at so many Phoenix tats. I don't see one that I like.
Do it on the other side of your neck.
Yeah,
that'd be hard. But then like the middle's just gonna be like bare.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna have to end up doing my whole.
You're gonna have to, yeah. But even like a Phoenix leg, like a thigh joint, you know what I'm saying?
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I have a thigh. I have something on my thigh.
Okay.
So that's what I mean. Like it's just annoying. Like, you know, looking for a right place. I don't also want to look like
too tatted.
Like all over the place. You know, I like for things to look like.
You want to be like a theme, kind of.
Not even a theme, but just like okay, like that makes sense. Like you know, yeah. I just have to think more about it. But what were we talking about?
What's next? Okay, so you're making Inferno. Kind of capture what
when I made
through.
it, I was just listening back to all my stuff, and I was like going through the same shit, like, you know. So even though the genres might have been different, like the sound and the message was kind of the same. So when I put it all together, I was like, oh shit, it's a project. That makes sense.
Do you prefer doing? I know, like, you're probably gonna be like, I like doing both types of music, but like, do you prefer doing the R&B stuff?
This guy thinks he knows me already. Bro, it's like, fuck, because that's exactly what I'm gonna say.
I know, bro. I'm telling you, you're a clone. No, I'm joking. No,
not yet. I'm not deep into the Hollywood shit yet. You know, maybe one day, but not yet.
No. You're original still. You're one of one.
Oh, thank you.
I just made that up. No, but do you prefer doing the R&B stuff, or do you prefer doing like the trappy kind of like ratchet shit?
It depends. Like if I'm in the stew with my dogs, I like doing that. It's more fun and more like, you know. But yeah, I guess it just depends on the mood overall. Like sometimes if I just have shit to say, like I just want to be like on a calm beat, on a more, you know. Just depends on what I'm going through, I feel like.
For me, because I'm a DJ, like that's like my job.
Yeah.
I think Forbes is like your hardest track.
Thank you.
And I think the flows you hit, I don't know like what you was on that day. I don't know how many perks you popped, but you were going crazy, and like the flows, you were like moving on, like bro, you were going crazy. And then like even all your visuals are really good. Like whoever.
Shouts out to French. Is my name French? Yeah.
That's who does all of them.
Yeah. I've been locked in with him since my track Easy Does It, which was like, I think like 2.5 years ago now. Crazy
quality, and like the vibe of that song, like at one point you had like a sword. I was like, where did she get this sword? Like blonde hair. I was like, yo, this is crazy. And I think it is your most viewed track on YouTube, at least.
Might be, I'm not even sure still.
Is that what's your favorite song you've done, or is it kind of like the last song is your favorite song type thing?
Not really. I like right now I like G2G and I like Tunnel Vision. I really like Tunnel Vision because I feel like I just like did it. Like I had like no thought behind it. It was just kind of like genuine. And like I'm listening back to it, I'm like, oh shit. I'm kind of hard on that. Like, you know, I'm like where did this even come from? I like listening to tracks like that where I'm like even Forbes, like at the time I was like, oh shit. Like after when like it's fucked because when I was first listening to Tunnel Vision, I was like, I don't even really like this. And then like I was like, oh shit, like I actually spazzed on this track.
You spazzed, bro. You know? Like it was, I was impressed. I was like, yo, this is super banger. How would you get on the radar? Because honestly, I first seen you there, and like even Was seen it. It just came up on my IG, and I just started like, this bitch just wanna go viral. Like you were going crazy. Like I was like, yo, who is this girl? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Can I get a feature? You're gonna get on the track?
Yeah, I can get on track.
Okay, but
on Tunnel Vision, vocals?
On Tunnel Vision though, you're gonna do a remix,
I can do a remix
on that track. Yeah,
you know I can actually
and then
rap.
I have to take you to On the Radar.
I can actually rap.
Okay.
I don't wanna kill you on your own track.
Like a plug-in. Okay. But that was my manager still. He also used to be an artist, so he had some connections, and he plugged me in with Gabe and all that. So that was nice.
That was a moment.
Hard.
I feel like you killed it too.
Yeah, I was super nervous because I was like, bro, I don't want to be on this shit and be super ass, like, you know, like forget my lyric, like, you know, some shit like fuck up what I have to say, like, you know. So but yeah, I felt like when even with shows, like it's like when you get in the moment, it's just like you forget all that. You're
like, make it rain on me, but like, bro, I actually took it in, bro. I was like, yo, she's good. Like I'm telling you, like your music is really good. Thank you. Think now what I think is needed for like your formula or whatever is just putting yourself out, your personality out there, because you have a pleasant personality too. The music's good. And I think at that point, you're just going to have more fans. You already have fans. Yeah. But getting you to like where you should be. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you need more. You should be getting more like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you should be bigger because you're good. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Like, you deserve that type shit. So keep it up, you know? Yeah. Is there any advice you have for me?
For you?
Yeah.
Nah, I fuck with what you're doing still. This is actually one of my like most fun interviews or like just conversations.
Is it because of the explain thing? Like,
nah, you're just being yourself. Like, you know,
it's true.
Like dead ass. Like I like people like when they're not trying to be like so robotic and like, oh, like, so like when did you start making music? Like, you know, like the
typical
fucking
questions.
Bro, like everyone's heard. I've answered this a million times. Like, you know those ones, like, and it's like, give them some refreshing, like Clubhouse jams. I love that too. Like, you know, shit like that.
Yeah, no, they're dope, man. And they have like a whole really good production.
Yeah. And where they were and like what they're doing now is like super sick. Yeah.
Folks, shout out to Splash, bro. Yeah. Shout out your manager for setting this up.
Yeah. Shout out Oyabun.
Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna butcher his name too. I was like, I didn't want to say it, so I just said your manager, but he lined it up. How did you guys like link?
Instagram, to be honest. I posted a little snippet of me singing Intuition like 2.5 years ago now. And we had each other on Instagram, and then he like replied to it and was like, yo, do you have management? And it kind of just went from there. And I
think that's a super underrated part of like being an artist, is having a manager to delegate a lot of the work, because like if you're an artist and you're doing everything at once, it can be overwhelming. Yeah. But it's best to be put in a position where like you can focus on making music, being yourself, and then they can find you the plays or whatever.
Like especially like it's hard for me because I'm very like hands-on. Like I like to know exactly what the fuck's going on. So it's nice. Honestly, with management, this is advice for like the artists out there. I feel like for management, I feel like it should come to you. Like you shouldn't be going looking for management because like you need that person to like actually believe in you, because like it's beyond the music. Like you need that passion, because if you're not making music, I mean making money, he's not making money, like you know. So it's like it's beyond like what you can even do. Like he needs to like believe in your whole everything, like, you know.
Yeah, like you shouldn't seek out to find a manager. Kind of the manager seeks out to find you, because
it should be like, it should be more on his part, like, you know, like he should want to do that,
as opposed to like, oh, like if she hired me as her manager. It's like, no, I believe in this person.
Yeah, it needs to be more than just a business like relationship. It needs to be like, you need to be like actually passionate about that thing, you know. So,
I feel you. MDRA, thank you for coming through.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Make sure you guys check out her music. It'll be in the bio. Comment, like, subscribe to all that good stuff. Shout out Was the Sauce behind the cam. Until next week.
Subscribe to Borough Sound.